I remember this. I can't believe it. I remember this. I haven't seen this in so long. Oh, hey everybody. I'm just playing around with my Beatles Anthology book. Of course, it doubles as a gym in this room here because this book weighs about 25 pounds. And anyway, I'm Joe Johnson, host of Beatle Brunch, and recently we featured on the radio the Beatles Anthology, clips and memories and songs from the Anthology series, because it was 25 years ago in November of 1995. It was the 19th of November, then the 22nd and 23rd of the Beatles Anthology. It was a 3-night mini-series program. And I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff I collected. I don't think I even collected it on purpose, but these are things that I ended up with. But I do want to say that when I heard the Beatles Anthology was going to be on television, we were all very excited, and there was going to be a new song, and then a second new song, Real Love and Free as a Bird. And I remember making a conscious decision. I went out and I bought these Super VHS videotapes. I bought a Super VHS recorder and a surround sound and a new TV, and there wasn't even high definition in 1995, but I had one of those TVs that weighs like 400 pounds now. And I remember saying, I'm not inviting anybody over to watch this with me because I want to be able to watch it, not have people idle chattering about stuff, and so I did. So I just watched it by myself on that Sunday night. And the very first bit of memorabilia I got, besides this was sent to me by the ABC television, and it was just kind of a promo for what was to come. And inside they had this cool story of what the Beatles Anthology was going to be like, and then you could see it on ABC on the dates that I mentioned. So I had this, and it looks like it should have a record in it, but I don't think it does. But I think they sent me a video, and I'm not sure I have it, but I did copy the video. But the first thing that I ever got, what they did was they, at the end of the first night, they played the song Free as a Bird at the very end. They said, now we're going to debut this brand new song. Of course, I was afraid they were going to ruin it by talking over it. Hey, stay tuned for the news and all that stuff like they always do on the local television. But they didn't. They played the whole song. And that was around 11 p.m. on that Sunday night. And I was working at Magic 102.7, the oldie station, and we were all excited to have the song, but they would not give it to anybody in advance. So you had to wait for the show. So after the show aired, I drove into the station, and they were going to send it via satellite. So I was there in the production room, the station, at midnight, and then I found out they're not sending it over until 11, 12, 1, until 1 o'clock, because they wanted the West Coast to watch the show first. So I did get it, but they had a satellite feed, so I just put this CD in and I recorded right off the satellite. So this is my actual satellite feed version of Free as a Bird, and I put a little information. And the reason I recorded it is I wanted to leave it for Sonny Fox, who was doing mornings on Magic, and so he could play the song for everybody the very next day. So that was kind of cool. So, but yeah, I still have my Anthology videotapes, and actually I have a backup set and Super VHS. And I remember I only put one night on each video so that I wouldn't have I didn't want it to cut off in the middle or something, so I recorded as fast a speed as I could. And actually, I have 2 extra copies. My mother taped it for me too, which was very sweet of her to think of me and do that. So all kinds of stuff came out with the Anthology. Obviously, you guys know the Anthology CDs, Volume 1. And the interesting thing about 1, when you listen to it, is they put dialogue and bits of talking in between most of the songs because they wanted the CD to sound a lot like the television show, where it was like a documentary. But after they did that, I think somebody complained or somebody said that's not the right plan. So when they did the future CDs, 2 and 3, they're doubles, they ended up just putting the songs, and they put some chatter in the studio and that kind of thing. So for me, that was the most exciting thing, was to get to hear versions of the songs in the studio I'd never heard, like 8 Days a Week and A Hard Day's Night and Can't Buy Me Love, and then the later stuff, Revolver and Rubber Soul and Sgt. Pepper. But a lot of interesting things came out, and so we were still on cassette back then. So this is the Free as a Bird. This is the second single, Free as a Bird cassette with Christmas Time Is Here Again on the other side of the cassette, and that was obviously on, and that's a drawing from John Lennon. But yeah, they sent out the CD eventually, Free as a Bird. That came a couple of days after I recorded that. So I have another copy of that, and on that they put bonus tracks: Take 9 of I Saw Her Standing There, Take 12 and 13 of This Boy, and then Christmas Time Is Here Again, which we had only heard seconds of on their Christmas message from 1966. This is the 3.5-minute version of the song. Then they put out another radio promo, or I guess you could buy it. This is the CD of Real Love. So it has Real Love, the second song of John Lennon's, a live version of Babies in Black from Shea Stadium, I think. And then you've got Yellow Submarine, a different version with Ringo doing an intro, and Here, There, and Everywhere, kind of a mixed blend of Paul's vocal into the version of the song. They also came out with a volume 2, and that has looks like 10 songs on it that were on volume 2. So that was like a promotional CD only. You had to be a radio station or record store or promoter to get that. And so that has, let's see, Yesterday, Help, I'm Looking Through You, different songs from that time period. And then they came out with volume 3, which we just gave away in Mind Games this past week. Helter Skelter, Cry Baby Cry, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, That Is Because, and Obla Di Obla Da. So these are some of the cool little premium items that you got. Now, this was a neat thing, and one of our listeners shared a memory when the CDs came out. If you bought them at Best Buy, which I think was probably the only place you could get them, you could also buy these little interview CDs. So I was able to get there early to Best Buy and actually bought copy number 3, which is pretty cool. But even better is copy number 9. We all know how number 9 looms large in the Beatle legend there. Number 9. And then, of course, 299,786. We all know what that means. None of us know what that means. But the cool thing about these, or not so cool thing about these CDs, is if you're a Beatle nerd like me and maybe like you, when you listened back to them, they have a track listing back here. And as I'm listening back, I'm noticing, well, that's not Miami, that's Jacksonville, or that's Atlanta, or that's Ringo talking. So they mislabeled a lot of these tracks. So I, with a pen, went back in and wrote in, I can't even remember what I wrote, but I wrote in like what they really were, and they actually did it on all of them. So yeah, this is volume 3. They did the same thing. I had to make some corrections, what was really on that track. And then I think on volume 2, not only did they incorrectly label some stuff, they had tracks on here that weren't even listed. So I went back and listened to them and put them on there. So just some surprises that were on the CDs. So I have the version that I play around with, or that I use for the show, or I listen to, and then I have the ones that are still sealed. And one of these days I will sell my copy of number 9, and I'll be able to pay off the mortgage and go on a big vacation when we're able to fly again and do all that stuff. So that's pretty much my story. I do have, when the videos came out, again, that was like a Best Buy thing, or maybe I went to one of those big box stores and got it. So these are the videos of the anthology, and you can see I stopped watching after about an hour. But I had obviously seen it already. But this was a promotional copy that they sent me at the radio station. And the way you can tell is as you're watching it, you'll see there is a little liner on there that says promotional tape only. If you are caught with this, you'll get arrested, kind of a thing. So those are kind of my memories of the Beatles Anthology. The episodes ran for 3 nights on that week, 25 years ago, this past November, or this current November, as we're recording this. And I know everybody has their own memories, and people that listen to Beatle Brunch on the website, brunchradio.com, in the Beatle Brunch Club, not only get to hear the show on demand, but a whole extra track that's like 12 or 15 minutes long, and then extra songs. And then we have a section on our homepage called Brunch Bites, where you can hear different clips affiliated with that week's show. So you should become a member of the Beatle Brunch Club. This is the story. It's $28 if you use the promo code Get the Beatles 8 days a week, and it's $48 for 2 years. That's for 1 year membership. This is a 2-year membership. So Beatle Brunch Club, you can go to brunchradio.com, and there you go. These are some of the things we have going on the site. This is a pretty old card, but I was much younger in cartoon form back then. I don't know if I have better hair now or then. Let's see. Okay. Well, let me, I didn't finish my exercise regimen, so I'm going to pick up the Beatles Anthology. I think I just pulled my back out. Okay. Anyway, Beatles Anthology book didn't come out for 5 years. Remember how long we were waiting for this to come out? About as long as this video has gone on. So anyway, my name is Joe Johnson. Thank you for watching this. I appreciate it. Share it, like it, dissect it, pick it apart. I'm sure I made some mistakes, but it is the Beatles Anthology. And now, you know what they did in the show is they zoomed in on the drum head. So Coop, my photographer, will just zoom right in. Thank you for watching.